Welcome back to the lunch table, food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz. Today's super special guest in the building, man. She goes by the name of Karencitta.
You said that right.
Yeah? All the accents right and everything too, right?
Karencitta.
You know, I'm actually really stoked to interview you. So this is how everything came into fruition. I get a random ass email and everything just kind of sparks off from that. I listen to a lot of your music, or like the music that you have out right now, and I was like, yo, like this chick doesn't even sound Filipino, but like it's crazy. It's crazy because you don't sound like it, but you represent it. Mm-hmm. You spit Tagalog in it left and right, and I'm like, yo, like
and Bisaya. Tagalog and Bisaya, yeah. Because Bisaya is my roots. Tagalog, I have a little bit of a struggle with it.
Yeah.
And I actually use dictionaries to write my Tagalog. Cause I'm
really? That's crazy.
Like the physical dictionaries.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the feel of physicality.
So wait, but why did you need like a dictionary to pick up all those terms?
My style is just I open a random page and pick a word and then rhyme off of that.
You know what's crazy?
Because I don't understand Tagalog.
So you just pick a random ass Tagalog word and whatever.
I pick a random word, yeah. That's how I write.
That's dope, dude. Yeah. Because first of all, not a lot of people admit that. I think the only person who I know like kind of does that is Eminem.
Yeah, he's really big with dictionaries and
super
books.
big. Well, because
and
like
thesaurus.
I think like in a generation where there's like mumble rap and shit, like you know what I mean. It's crazy when people just use a word like if you could rhyme Disneyland with something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like people don't like to go out of that box, but for you...
And find an obnoxious word or vocabulary that's not too common.
Exactly. And it's like, I'm not saying go out of your way to use some really obnoxious-ass word that nobody's using, but it's like, if it fits and you're able to rhyme it, like, why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was a cool little spiel in its own. Dude, but... You know, you called me last night in the midst of like me working, and then I had like a couple. No, it's good. No, it's really good because like I was very encapsulated by your energy just right off the bat. You're like, "Hey, what's up, Nico?" I was like, "Oh shit, okay, what's up then?"
Yeah,
dude, where you getting all that energy from? Because as far as I know, a lot of the Filipino girls I come across are a lot more like shy or reserved,
really?
But you're more like extroverted.
No, bro. I think I'm introverted and extroverted at the same time. I'm extroverted because I want to spread positivity.
Yeah.
My introvertedness comes from me as an artist where I'm vulnerable. So, yeah. I think that's it.
So why spread positivity?
Why not? There's way too much negativity going on, so I feel like my music and my energy is like my 50 cents of spreading out kindness and positivity.
Yeah. But was there like negativities that you had to overcome? Like, you know what I mean? Like people don't just like look at this shit like, oh, I'm just gonna spread positivity today. People normally like go through some shit and wanna
I just wanna help the world make it a better place, I guess.
But I mean what were you seeing?
I think just the news in general, like every day I turn on the TV, it's always bad. It's always negative.
Yeah.
So I think it's my purpose. My music is my purpose for making other lives better and brighter. I think that's my responsibility as an artist. It's three things. It's to inspire, to illuminate, and to juxtapose. And what I mean by illuminate, I am a reflection of the world. I'm a mirror. I'm just mirroring you. I'm mirroring Aldrin. I am mirroring the government. I'm a reflection of the universe.
Dude.
Yeah.
That's ill. How'd you come up, like... It's crazy. Dude, like, I don't know. Like, you seem, like, really good with your PR skills. How'd you come up with that shit?
I don't know, bro. I really don't know. It just comes naturally.
Yeah. But, like, so, in the Philippines, you told me prior to this interview, like, you're from Cebu?
Yeah, I grew up in Cebu City. I was actually born in Sydney, Australia. I moved to Cebu when I was 4. So I don't really remember much about Australia, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'll be flying there next month to like really study my roots. And
tight,
where
dude.
I come from.
Tight.
Yeah, I'm gonna visit my house there. That's already sold. Check it out. Take pictures there. Like this is my house, guys.
Yeah. So wait, will this be your first time back to Australia?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. More than 19 years. Haven't been to Australia.
Dude, that's a crazy homecoming for you then.
Yeah. I'm gonna visit my school, my primary school there. I'll do everything there.
Yeah. I noticed that it's a thing that Filipinos end up migrating to either the United States, Canada, or Sydney, Australia.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I got like hella cousins over in Australia right now, and they're always like, "Yo, Pinsan, like come visit me." Da da da. I was like,
Yeah, I get that too.
yeah. So you haven't even seen your cousins or your relatives for that long, huh?
Yeah.
That's nuts,
But
dude.
there's Facebook though, so thank God for Facebook.
I mean, yeah, still, but it's like, see, I connect with a lot of my cousins through Facebook and whatnot, but it's like until I actually get to like see them, it's like I don't.
Dang.
You know, no, on some
we
real
grew up
shit.
together, and
No.
now we're here after 20 years. I think that's the feeling I'm gonna get when I get there
Yeah, yeah. But what made you decide to like go out there again?
to Australia. My grandma lives there, and I just want to visit her because I feel bad for her. She's the only one living there.
Ooh.
Her boyfriend recently died, and she's going through depression. So I just want to visit her and give her a hug and be with her.
And this will be the first time you meet your grandma?
No, we see each other probably like once every 5 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
So like she'll visit you.
Yeah, yeah. Vice
Okay.
versa.
That's cool. Would you consider yourself like a family person? Because
Yeah,
I met
absolutely.
your mom and I was like, oh, so you're the person I've been emailing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very family oriented. I love living with my family. I mean, I think it has a really big impact to my career where I'm not depressed. I'm not doing any drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink any alcohol.
Wow, dude.
I'm clean as fuck.
Hey, good for you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
kind of the opposite, but
It's
that's
all
really
right.
good
It's
for
all
you.
right. I respect that though. And my family keeps me grounded. They always remind me to not let the entertainment and the show business fuck me up and fuck
Yeah.
me over. Even though I'm really close to like breaking down, they keep me sane. You know what I mean? It's really, really
yeah.
hard to survive every day, especially in show business.
Well, even come to think of it, like when I first went to the Philippines, I think this was like maybe 2008.
That's a long time ago, bro.
Something like that, right? I was maybe like 14 or 15, right? And my cousins at the time would always tell me like, oh, like, do you want to drink? Do you want to drink? And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. They're like, oh, no, like, it's fine. Like, you're not in the United States. It's like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So it engraved in my head like, okay, the rules here are a lot less.
It's corrupt.
Yeah, it's a little bit more
Everything there
corrupt
is
over
corrupt.
there. So it's crazy to me how you live in a very, not a corrupt country, but like a corrupt system, but
Yeah.
are able to avoid the smoking and drinking because I
Yeah,
think it
yeah.
happens there more frequently than it does here.
Absolutely, yeah. There's war on drugs going on too.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. See, I'm not even like tapped in with the Philippines like
I got you.
that. Like, what's some of the shit that you see from back home that like people might not be aware
I
of?
don't think I should be talking about it. But the usual, the street life, like drug dealing. I grew up in Lorega, Lomar, where it's the real hood. I had the
shit.
best of both worlds. I got to like hang out with the struggling kids. I got to hang out with the rich kids. I had the best of both worlds. I was fortunate. And my family, they moved to LA and they left me in the Philippines for like 11 years.
Oh, wow.
So I was separated for 11 years. But they were really smart, my parents, because they worked really hard here as caregivers, and they just bring me money every month. They enrolled me in an international school. So it's like I lived in a hood, but I went to a really good, prestigious school at the same time. So I got to see both sides of the worlds.
So
I think that's one of my advantages.
So was it the school that took you away from like the drugs and the alcohol?
I think so. And my parents, they gave me really good security. They were very strict. I didn't have any nightlife. I really do feel like
dude.
I accelerated. Like I went from youth to college. I didn't go through the teenage nightlife. I never went clubbing, never went drinking, none of that.
And that's because of how strict your parents were.
Yeah,
Dude,
Yeah.
okay, so
I think
now
so.
now I don't get it because I don't get how I lived with my parents my entire life. Well, up until recently,
Yeah.
and they were only able to hold a grip on me like so tightly. But for them to be in LA and for you to be in the Philippines and
No,
for them
right?
to still be strict, like it doesn't make sense to me how that could occur. You know what
It's
I mean?
probably a cultural thing because in the Philippines they're quite strict. It's a very
Yeah.
religious country, and they're strict with drinking and stuff like that. Maybe it's the cultural thing.
But how'd they manage you from like so far
know,
away?
right?
That's what I'm trying to
Yeah,
wrap
yeah.
my head around.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I can't even explain it. I had guardians. I guess I had aunties and uncles
Okay.
around me. I had cousins. So it wasn't just like I was abandoned in the gutter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You weren't just like alone.
It's impossible. If you're Filipino, you always have family around you, whether it's a cousin or an uncle.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, that's why, like, even before this conversation started, like, I was talking to you about, like, oh, yeah, you're from Cebu. Do you know this guy named Gil? And you're
Which
like,
Gil?
yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. And it's crazy because it got into this mini conversation in my head where I was thinking about you're literally only 6 people away from each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So there's like this construct where literally you know everybody by like 6 degrees of separation. So let's say Barack Obama, right? You could count probably 6 people. So you know this person who knows this person who knows this person who knows Obama.
That's like the theory of proximity.
Yeah.
I feel like. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And
I've heard
it's
about
nuts
that.
because like we're all really connected that way.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
dude.
I didn't even know you knew Gil, bro. Like, honestly, I don't stalk you like that.
No, yeah, I mean
I'm really
it's
surprised.
yeah, dude, it's nuts.
Shout out to Gil. Shout out to Gio, by the way.
Like Filipino, I feel like especially like in Filipino culture and whatnot, like as you said, like we're very tight knit. Mm-hmm. Why do you think that is?
I think it has something to do with our personality. That's really funny because I have this friend. His name is Bisayang Hilao, and he's from Utah.
Okay.
And he chose to move to the Philippines, specifically in the Visayas. And then I asked him, out of all the countries you've traveled to, why are you staying in the Philippines? You can go to like Europe and all that. And he said, the Filipinos are the most friendly people. That's what he said.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said. And that really like took me aback. Like, dang, really? To get another perspective, a foreigner to say that, it felt good.
But where'd he get the friendliness from? Because, dude, like, I remember the first time I went to the Philippines, my parents were like, yo, don't wear any rings, don't wear any jewelry, because people are gonna, like, fucking chop your fingers off, like, snatch your necklaces and shit. And, I was, like, shit scared when I was growing up.
That's binary, because any country you go to,
That's true.
you will get that feeling.
That's true.
But if you walk around in the Philippines in the streets, everybody's smiling, whether there's a typhoon or a hurricane going on, they are still laughing. And when there's like a flood, people are like surfing and shit.
Yeah,
They're making boats out of like random shit, like DIYs. And that's where you bring out the positivity out of a negative situation. And that's a Filipino trait that I've learned.
See, I didn't even like realize that because then you have me thinking about this moment when. So for those of you who don't know about the Philippines, when it's summertime, that's actually the worst time to be there because it's raining all the fucking time, right?
Sure.
And I remember just being there for one summer. I turned brown as fuck over like over like 3 months. I turned brown as shit, right? But I remember
Not even tan?
No, not even tan. I was brown as
Shit.
fuck, dude. And I came back with a fucking accent to to the United States. And my friends were like, "Who the fuck are you?" I was like, "Dude, I mean, I was gone for like 3 months. You feel me?" But like now, I vividly
That's funny.
remember this one moment where it was raining like crazy.
Yeah.
All I had was some shorts on, but the water was all the way up to I want to say my waist. And my parents were just like, no, come to the kubo, come to the little hut. And I was like, no, I kind of want to swim in this like mud ass water right now.
It's dirty though, bro.
It was dirty, but I was like,
fun.
It's fun.
Yeah. Growing up in Cebu, whenever it rains, we always have this notion to go out and shower in the rain, like ligo taguan,
Yes.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I miss the Philippines, low key.
I feel like, from my perspective at least, it was a much simpler life.
Oh heck
just
yeah.
being there for a while.
Heck yeah.
So then what was the transition like for you to move from such a simpler place to fucking LA, which is one of the craziest places in the world?
Again, it has a lot to do with my educational background. I come from an international British school, so every single day I had tutors, I had activities, performances every single month. It was just an accelerated school like that.
Yeah.
So if I was grade 1, I was already learning grade 3
Wow.
type of education. So coming to LA, it was like a no-brainer. I was already inhabited, already immersed into a Cambridge system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thinking back earlier in our conversation where you were saying that all of this was very much more advantageous for you, like I'm starting to really understand that now.
What do you mean? Which part?
Like you're saying the fact that you went to this school
Yeah.
and fortunately you had parents who were like very strict on you. Like, I'm starting to really understand the advantages you were talking about. Because at that point in the conversation, I was like, I don't really understand these advantages. But the fact that you went to a school that was able to teach you accelerated programs, have strict parents, that all sets you up for an easier transition out here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude, like, it's nuts. So then, like, when you first moved out here to LA, what was it like for you? Like,
it was very typical. Like, you get this go-getter type of attitude.
Mm-hmm.
I was that type. It was very tedious because I'd go to auditions after auditions because I also did acting. I studied acting for a year with Nico, and I didn't land that much movies. And so I figured, okay, if I'm not doing a lot of movies, maybe I should do music.
Yeah.
And then music started popping, so I stuck with music. Yeah.
So what was going on with, like, acting? Were you just, like, not getting the parts? Were you just, like, not getting...
There weren't much parts for Filipinas, just in general. It's just a sad reality. But I did do a movie where I was the lead actress. It was called The Funny Man, directed by Omri Durrani. And it was a dramedy. So it was a drama and a comedy. I played this crazy girl that was homeless. Apparently.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, it's
As
crazy.
the main character?
Yeah, an Asian homeless girl in LA. The
That's
setting was in Los
crazy.
Angeles. So it's fucking hilarious. It's available on Amazon.
Yeah. So just going through... Okay, now I want to dive into the movie aspect of it.
Yeah, sure.
Like, so... Just being like I don't know what it's like to be an actor at all.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had a coworker at one point who was aspiring and is still aspiring to be an actress, and she'd be like, hey, like, can you just help me, like, read these lines and shit? Like,
oh, like for the tapes, the self-tapes?
Yeah, for like tapes and whatnot. Like, what kind of process did you have to go through as an actor in the Philippines? Because I'm not sure if it's different.
Honestly, I didn't do that much acting in the Philippines till I came to LA, because I just wanted to take advantage of my setting. Like, okay, I live in LA, maybe I should do acting because Hollywood's just 20 minutes away. That was the type. I wasn't like 5 years old saying I want to be an actress. I just wanted to take advantage of my setting.
That's fucking smart, dude.
I'm very business-minded.
I can tell.
Ma, you have water? Thanks, Ma. I'm getting thirsty, bro. I can't
No, it's
help
all
it.
good. It's all good. Water just means a good conversation. I'm getting kind of thirsty, too. She got to hide it.
So acting.
So it's crazy to me because I told you before, like, I'm from San Francisco. And
Bay Area, I'm a Barrier.
Yeah, Yay area, man. Yay area in here. But I looked at LA and I was like, fuck. I need to take advantage of what's out there.
There we go again.
You know what I mean? But, like, it's crazy because, like, I meet a lot of people in LA, like, people who are from LA or people who move into LA who don't really recognize all the shit that's going on.
Yeah, because they're used to it. I think they probably take it for granted.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Maybe, dude, but it seems like you were always willing to, like, test the waters and whatnot.
Heck yeah.
Where does that come from?
I don't know. I really don't know, bro. It just comes naturally, I guess. I just don't want to stay stagnant with my life. I want to go up the ladder. I just want to always go up and find ways to go up.
Yeah, dude. So then how's the music been going for you? When did
Fabulous.
you start?
I feel successful as fuck.
When did you start?
I started singing since I was a fetus. I grew up listening and watching concerts of Michael Jackson, Britney Spears, Madonna. But the hip-hop came because of my brother. Hip-hop is my roots.
Okay.
He was affiliated to the Crips before. He was in gangs. And so every morning I woke up at like 9 o'clock. Hip-hop was the tunes I was listening to. But it was like very subconscious. So I didn't know that I was studying hip-hop from the get-go. And then so hip-hop was always in my music till today.
Who was he listening to?
Tupac, Biggie, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Nas.
Damn, that made it all the way out there?
Yeah. What do you mean? Cebu?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, bro. What do you think about Cebu, bro?
No, dude, no, for real. Because, like, okay, now,
Damn.
no, because when Michael Jackson died, okay, so I went to the Philippines the first time. Ain't nobody was doing any Michael Jackson shit.
Nah.
And then I went back the year Michael Jackson died. Then Michael Jackson was fucking everywhere. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense to me how,
Really?
like, hip hop was able to, like, go all the way over there.
Really?
Yeah, because, okay, So going to the Philippines, I think one hip hop artist I remember, his name is Glock 9,
Yeah, Glock 9.
and that's about it.
Yeah. But if we look back at Glock 9, there was Andrew E., there was Francis Magalona. Glock 9 is kind of in the middle of mainstream and underground.
Okay.
If you go underground, we got my friends Looney, we got Abra, Smugglers, Apex, Mike Swift. It goes way under, bro.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it's just really sad because only recently has the Philippines come into a renaissance where they're accepting hip-hop. So how it was in the Bronx in New York back in the 90s, it's happening right now in the Philippines.
Why is that though? Like, why only
History's
now?
repeating itself. We're just not ahead. The Bronx is ahead. The Philippines are catching up after like how many decades? That's a sad reality.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn. So then, who's some hip hop artists that are like rising right now? Like,
right now,
at least on your. I mean, aside from yourself, obviously.
Oh,
but
thank you. Probably Shanty Dope.
Okay.
Dope, yeah. X Battalion. Who else? I think that's about it.
Yeah. No,
That's actually in my radar.
Yeah. Do those people also like? Because I've never heard of them before.
They're dope.
But like, do they take pride in like the culture itself too, like the Filipino culture?
I don't know them like that, bro. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I only know them from the music that I hear on the radio, trending online. I don't know them personally and what they stand for and how proud they are as Pinoys. But I'm pretty sure they are, because any type of Filipino you meet, they're just like
Hella prideful and
hashtag
shit.
Pinoy pride.
Yeah, dude, it's weird. Like, I remember growing up, I would just rock like Filipino everything, Filipino hats and whatnot.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, dude. And that was another conversation because like in the United States, like we don't really have too many people who represent for our culture.
That's very true. I mean, you see a lot of celebrities that are like 5% Filipino, 50%, but they're not that pragmatic about being Filipino. I don't know why.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, I don't want to push it, but that's just a personal preference. You know what I'm saying?
But for me, it's just like, because we're not so prominent in the entertainment industry in the United States, I feel like that's something that people should be like proud of, you know?
Yeah.
It's like,
I am. Sheesh. I'm proud to be a Filipino in Hollywood. And I push it. I tell people that. I don't make it as a hindrance. Like, okay, I tell people or producers I'm a Filipino. Is that going to make it a hindrance, or they're not going to cast me as the actress? I don't think like that. I don't think black and white. I think everybody's equal. Whatever you can put on the table, whether you're talented or not. You can be dope, you're dope. But if you're different, then that will make you pop.
Yeah.
Just like Eminem. Back then, he came into the hip-hop game where white rappers weren't a thing.
yeah.
But then he fought through that jungle, and look where he is right now. And I think that's the same thing with Asians right now. 88 Rising, me as a Filipina, it's just the same thing. History is repeating itself.
Yeah.
And it brings substance to hip-hop as a culture.
Yeah. Because, I mean, even though hip-hop is black culture,
Sure.
I think we're all coming to realize, like, yo, hip-hop takes from many other cultures, like they take from jazz, they
Sampling.
take from funk. Yeah, they sample and all that. And it was only natural after Eminem, like, yeah, you're going to get the white people who are going to want to rap. You're going to get the fucking Latinos, Hispanics who are going to want to rap. And now, you know, as of recently, it's like now we're seeing Asians, like the 88 Rising people, like really going up. And I don't know.
Literally rising.
Sometimes, like, I really think about it. And I'm like, why am I so fucking proud to be Asian or Filipino?
Because we're unique. We bring something unique to hip-hop. Music is always evolving. Imagine if there weren't any 88 Rising or Karencitta or Stupid Young in the music game right now. It would be boring as fuck.
It would be.
Everybody looks the same. Everybody would look the same. Will rap about the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
But Stupid Young, Karencitta, Shanty Dope, we all have stories,
Yeah.
which makes it really unique and intriguing to listen to.
Yeah, for sure. You know, now that you bring up Stupid Young, and now I'm connecting him with your brother in my head right now. You said that your brother was part of like a Crip gang back in the Philippines.
Yeah, he's not anymore.
Okay. What was that situation like for you growing up? Because, I mean, you obviously went through like your own schooling and whatnot, but then your brother being your blood, like, how do you not be around that?
It was tough because he was always in and out of rehab and jail. I was exposed early on with violence, so I was quite inspired to write about his life and to be exposed by the thug life. People, like guns and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But shit, you were writing about his life?
Sometimes, yeah, but not always. That would be weird.
Like what would you talk about?
Just some parts, like my brother coming home and he's drunk, and then how he treated me, shit like that.
How would he treat you?
Just differently, because he'd be high and shit. Yeah.
Like he wouldn't always be sane.
Yeah, but that's the past life, bro. He's sober right now. He's doing really well. I love my brother so much because he actually made the name Karencitta.
Really?
Yeah, when I was 6 years old, he would say, Karencitta, you're going to be a superstar when you grow up. He had this law of attraction. And I just love my brother so much because he acted as my road manager. And when we go to underground functions and I'd rap, he would always be there by my side. And he'd pump me up by the stage. And despite him being crazy back then, and now he's in a positive state, I still love my brother so much because he made me who I am today. He influenced me with the hip-hop culture, and he just exposed me to the world. And now he's working at a rehab center for drug addicts, and he's trying to make a positive change to the patients out there. So he's doing really well. I love my brother.
No,
you should meet him.
I feel like
he's just like me, like
dude.
even more bubbly, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, heck yeah, even more bubbly.
How long have you been sober?
Me?
Forever, right?
Forever, bro.
Do you feel like that? Is he your older brother?
Yeah, he's in his mid-30s.
Do you feel like that your sobriety kind of influenced him to like chill off of his own shit?
Nah, he has his own problems. You know, everyone has their own problems. But I choose to be sober because I think it's just a health issue.
Yeah.
I want to live when I'm 28. I don't want to die. I don't want to be part of the 28 club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel you.
I'm just thinking long term.
Dude, this is just like, I don't know. I'm like low-key speechless right now. I've never met like...
I have a feeling I'm going to die when I'm 28, but I don't want to.
I mean, I hope you don't.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. It's insane knowing your situation and how are you able to combat all these circumstances. Like, you're telling me all these things, and it's like it makes sense, but it also doesn't make... Like, it's kind of like too good to be true type of shit. You know what I mean? Because I kind of got the chills when you were talking to me about your brother because I'm like the kuya of, you know, my younger sister. And, you know, for me, I always grew up thinking like, oh, you know, like, I don't ever really think I'm going to be a role model to her because, like, we're just, like, two totally different people. And then, you know, I kind of see, like, her life right. It's crazy because she's actually she's a nurse right now. Oh. And I, you know, when she got her LVN degree or whatever, I was like, yo, you know, you're going to make, like, way more money than me right now.
Yeah.
But,
I can see the similarity.
Yeah, but, you know, she was just like, you know, I really like just helping people. And I really like to, I mean, it's kind of money driven too, but she really likes to help people. You know, at the end, you know, but she's being straight up like, you know, it's money driven, but I like to help people.
Yeah,
and
it's hard these days.
Yeah, it's really hard. And like, it's crazy because I'm kind of seeing a cross between like similarities between your family and my family in that kind of sense, you know, like not necessarily on like how we grew up in our situations, but like
this type of situation, yeah.
The type of situations that we want to make for other people.
Exactly. I can see it too.
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I don't think it's limiting to just Filipinos doing that, but no. I don't know. This world is just way too corrupt for us to not want to make a better place for other people. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree. Bless you.
Bless you. God bless. So your music, man, your music, it goes, there's like this pop song, this pop dance song. I think it's Cebuya or something. Cebuana. See, I'm already fucking that up. Cebuana. Cebuya.
That's so like disrespectful.
I'm so sorry. My bad.
You call yourself a Filipino, you say Cebuya.
No, but see, I can't even speak the language.
It's okay.
Don't knock me.
I
Don't knock me.
I still love you.
What was the is that just strictly paying homage to your home?
Yeah, exactly. That's so cool how you read my mind. Since I'm a Cebuana, I just wanted to give gratitude to the hometown that raised me, because without them, I wouldn't have this silly or bubbly Cebuana type of humor.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Is that humor only emanating from that part of the Philippines? Like I said, I haven't been around.
I mean, Manila and Cebu have different humors, so Cebuanos have different humors. So I tried to incorporate that in my songs.
What are the differences you see between like the Cebuanas and like the Manila?
I don't really know, bro, because I didn't grow up in Manila. You know what I'm saying? I can talk about Cebuanos, but I don't know how.
Break down like the Cebuana characteristics.
They're very hospitable. When you walk inside a Cebuana house, kaunta! Don't go outside my house if you don't eat. That's respect. Like, even just one bite, that's respect already.
Something.
Yeah. And they're really funny. They're just so laid back and carefree. One of the good examples of carefree would be Elena Darna. She's a Cebuana celebrity in the Philippines. And
that's ill, dude.
Carefree type of attitude who doesn't really like worry too much.
It seems, dude, I'm like, there's like so many puzzles going on in my head.
Yeah, let's solve it.
Now just knowing that part of like how Cebuanas actually live, it makes more sense why you're not too much of like a, I guess, reserved type of Filipino.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's total, like everything from these conversations we're having are just like totally making sense in my head now.
Yeah.
It's nuts. But you do have a couple other songs that are very I guess sex driven.
That's up to you.
No, it really is.
Maybe
dude,
it's not.
Fuck, what was it? Sex Master.
Yeah,
Sex Master. How'd that song come about?
That was a long time ago, bro. I don't even fucking remember. Putting me on the spot right now. I mean, if it's sex driven to you, it's sex driven to you. I don't explain my songs. Like I said a while ago, my job as an artist is to inspire, illuminate, and juxtapose. I don't explain my songs. I think accountants, lawyers, business people, they explain things. As an artist, I let the spectators decide what it means to you. I never say this song is about this, it's about that. I'm an artist, I make my own art, and it's for everyone to decide what it means to them.
But art is inspired by other things.
That's another side of art. That's another avenue. And rarely do I go through that avenue.
So then how do you construct these songs then if you don't go through like the...
I cater to everybody. That's how I am.
So in a sense, you're kind of inspired. So you're inspired by what? Like the general things about people?
Yes. I'm studying psychology at Penn State University with a business major. So I like studying human behavior. The stare down.
Dude.
I want to study to become a doctor. I want to get my PhD.
So then what the fuck are you doing in music?
I fucking love music. I want to do it for a living. I just want to further my education, bro. I want to get even more smart.
But what intrigued you about like doing psych? Because to me, I got turned off by all the fucking terms, and I'm just like, bruh. Really? I don't want to like look at people and be like, this is you because this is what this term said.
Oh, I just love people. I love relationships. What we're doing right now, I like it. I don't like writing or texting. I like eye-to-eye contact. I like studying how you behave, how people react to things. Just the human nature I like.
Yeah. That's so interesting, dude. Not a lot of people seem so into the idea of like what another human being is.
Oh yeah, you know? Science. It's interesting. It's like my oxygen. Like how some people like playing NBA 2K. I like studying psychology. I even want to like go into crime, like studying how addicts act and interview them, help them. I like that type of shit.
That's so cool.
It still comes down to helping people and understanding of being a psychiatrist and helping people get out of their depression, talk their problems out. I'm that type of friend.
I mean, in a sense, too, you could also say that music is kind of like, I guess that
It's psychology.
It's like that cure. It's that cure that people can get to. Because when I was listening to your shit, I was like, oof, damn, this shit's bumping right now. You know what I mean? And I was like,
and that's just the beginning of my music.
Yeah.
Pop is my business strategy. Since again, hip hop is my roots. You don't start popping with underground type of hip hop songs. Everybody knows that, right?
That's true.
So, enable for me to go on radio and get my songs played, I decided to make pop dance music, but rap on it at the same time.
Yeah.
To keep my roots in it. So the album I'm working on right now is purely hip hop. It's kind of inspired by... I'm working with Scoop Deville. He produced Good Kid, Mad City, Kendrick.
Yeah.
He's my favorite rapper and producer, and that was my favorite album, so I reached out to him, sent some of my tracks, and he was down. We got in the studio, and we're working. So yeah, hip-hop now is going to be my main focus, but maybe a little bit of texture of pop.
Yeah. Scoop Deville.
Yeah.
What was it like working with him?
Scoop Deville, we're still working right now.
Yeah.
So it hasn't ended yet. It's very inspirational. I think it's law of attraction. Like growing up in Cebu, I'd listen to like Kendrick Lamar and Scoop, and now that I'm in LA working with them, it's like law of attraction. Like I already foreseed my future. The more I listened to Scoop when I was growing up, I was like, I'm gonna work with this guy. I'm gonna work. Now that I moved, it happened.
Yeah.
So the more that you think about it, the more it will happen.
Yeah.
I really believe in that.
No, for sure. You kind of just have to like bring that shit into existence.
Yeah, and he really challenges me because just the fact that he works with Damian Marley, Dr. Dre, and TDE, it really pushes me to put my game up to par. You know what I'm saying?
How does he challenge you though? Like, do you make a
He
song?
doesn't challenge me like that. Just his presence alone challenges me. You feel?
I feel you because he's working with all these prominent people. You feel like, oh shit, well, I have to... Do you feel like you have to be like greater than those people in a sense?
No. I think everybody's equal. But they are older than me.
Yeah.
So they are already ahead of me a little bit because they're older than me.
Yeah.
It's all about the experience, their age.
You're like this little fucking... I don't even know what the fuck I'm trying to say right now, dude. You're like this fucking... Dude,
I've been watching a lot of ancient aliens on the History Channel, so maybe I'm an alien.
Maybe, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe. You're like this impossible... What am I trying to say? You're like this person who just wants to do good for the fucking world just for the sake of like good shit to happen.
Yeah, you know what? On October 2, it was Mahatma Gandhi's anniversary, his 150th. So me and my team, we made the official soundtrack for Mahatma Gandhi called One Love, inspired by reggaeton and Indian music. We wanted to mix and match that. Initially, I made One Love for my album, for world peace. When my music producers heard it, they said, you know what, let's put this out for Mahatma Gandhi's anniversary. And so they contacted their team in India, and then I heard their sarods. I was like, this is very interesting. We put reggae and then Indian music at the same time. Holy shit, I think I'm having an epiphany right now. This is music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
You never hear that, reggae and Indian music. That's
you never do.
Whoa.
I think it goes back to that idea that you, like, you know, essentially how you felt challenged by working with Scoop.
Yeah.
It's like you kind of have to, I feel like as a musician, in order for you to really stand out, you have to push boundaries like that. You feel me?
I absolutely. I gravitate towards Scoop. I think it's because of our energy at the same time. We have the same vibe. He's all about positivity. It's just energy, bro. If I vibe with you, then we vibe.
Yeah.
But if you're really good and we don't vibe, then we can't collaborate.
I feel you.
It's all vibes.
You can't force a collaboration like that, dude.
Yeah.
Because I know people who talk to me, like, okay, so just the other day, right? No, this was actually just yesterday.
Yeah.
So, for instance, my boy, he works for, like, this vape company, right? Mm-hmm. And he's just trying to, like, pass his shit to artists.
Yeah.
And my other boy, he is, like, really good friends with Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
And he was just like, hey, bro, you think you get this to Kendrick? And it's just like... It's like, okay, hold on. You can't just, like, bridge that shit, like, right away, you know what I mean? It's like...
so funny.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like the idea that, like, okay, if I give this to Kendrick, like, the branding's there, but it's just like, I feel like at the end of the day, as you said, it's like the interpersonal relationships that really matter.
Yeah.
Like if I gave you if I gave you some drink, like some water, and you're like, no, fuck you, because you're like a horrible person. Like I totally understand why you wouldn't get that water.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You're very interesting, dude.
You are too.
You're very fucking interesting.
Everybody's interesting. Everybody has a story. Everybody's an artist.
There's like a web of like the way I see people, and like tell me if you like think of this of other people too. Like when I see somebody, it's like I really think about like, okay, how are they acting towards me right now? Right?
You overthink shit.
I really do overthink shit, and like I feed off of people's energy where I'm just like, okay,
don't do that,
but it's like if they're having a bad day, I think about, okay, why are they having a bad day? Why did they give me all this negative energy? Something could have went wrong during their day, and they could be feeding that shit toward me.
If you're too busy, you don't have time to think about that.
That's true. Shit, I am busy enough.
Yeah. Don't let the energy or the negative energy feed you. Just go on with your day.
For sure. We're going to end it right fucking there, because I think the whole energy talk is like, I'm feeling like a good sense of energy right now. And I think that the energy that you're bringing not only to this podcast, but for whoever's listening to it, like, I think they're able to get like that positivity that you're really trying to spread. You know what I mean?
I hope so. I really do.
I'm just gonna end it there. We'll have a post conversation about this shit. Yo, Karencitta, where can they find you on socials and whatnot?
Cebuana is released on all digital retail stores on Spotify, iTunes. My album is coming out probably next month. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Karencitta Official. World peace will always win, guys. Spread peace.
Amen to that. I'm Nico Blitz. This is The Lunch Table. Karencitta, pleasure to have you, homegirl.